I am Mazi Elder Johnson Chidi Uche, the National Vice President, Cocoa Association of Nigeria, Southeast Edo and Delta States Zone. Considering what is going in Nigeria today, the cocoa sector, cocoa production, I would say have not even fared well in recent years now. In the last 2 years, the price of cocoa has been coming down drastically almost every year. And it's been a very great challenge to Nigerian farmers, cocoa farmers, and the cocoa buyers in Nigeria. We have serious challenges in cocoa sector ranging from pricing, hike in inputs, storage facilities, etc. I will take it, let me say one by one. Like one, in pricing. In the past two cocoa seasons, the cocoa price have been extremely low. This unannounced price cut affects the cocoa production and sales in I would say, Nigeria. The, the farmer buys cocoa inputs like fungicides, herbicides, and insecticides at exorbitant cost, including the high cost of labor, because the cost of farming to these days, the labors that you take to farms, their charges are so high this period, causing the cost of things in Nigeria. At the point of sales, after the farmers have spent all these huge sums of money to invest in their cocoa farming, at the point of sales, the farmer will sell the cocoa at low prices. And at the end of the day, he will not even recover the money invested in the farming. This discourages the youth engaging in cocoa farming, and even the main farmers, it discourages them in advancing their production or productive capacity. The farmer in Nigeria have no bargaining power. That's cocoa farmers. They have no bargaining power. You see, the Nigerian cocoa is sold in European countries. And even in these European countries and American countries or the Asian countries, these are also the people that produces the cocoa chemicals the farmers use in their farms, the cocoa inputs they use in their farms. The buyers at the international market will decide the price they will buy cocoa, not minding the cost of production. They will also produce these inputs like herbicides, insecticides, fungicides, and decide also the price the farmers will buy from them. So it seems that this makes Nigerian farmers or cocoa farmers slavery in this. I would say they produce this. I call this as what I call it, modern slavery, because where you determine the price you sell your product when you produce for farmers to buy, you also determine the price you buy the farmers the product they produce, without considering the cost effectiveness of such products. Now, that's a modern slavery. The farmer cannot have the bargaining power, say, I want to sell my cocoa at so amount of money. And you bargain with the farmer. You determine how you buy. If you don't buy it, sell, you leave it. It's weakening the strength of the farmers. Another issue at the time is the lack of storage facilities. Nigerian cocoa farmers don't even have the storage facilities for preserving their agricultural products like cocoa. This makes them vulnerable and have no choice than to sell their products at any price offered to them. When someone produces a product at the cost of, let me say, 10 million naira per ton, the buyer will come and tell you he's buying it at 7 million naira per ton, not considering the effect, the time wasted, the money invested. So that is a very bad thing to the farmer. And government intervention, both at the federal, state, and local governments, are not encouraged. They are not doing good enough in boosting cocoa sector. The farmers and the government are not even providing the needed cocoa inputs. No credit facilities are given to farmers. And even the land tenure in Nigeria, where for you to get, like the eastern states, like my own zone, for you to get a land to plant your cocoa, you need to buy. Where the farmer has no money to buy, he cannot expand his farm. So the land tenure government should don't even think of how the farmers will acquire more lands. They will now come and tell you all these are reserve areas, forest reserve areas, these reserve areas. Those areas they say they are reserved and lying fallow. They are not doing much on the land. You see forests here and there where farmers can go and plant cocoa, but the government says it's government reserve area, this forestry area. How do you want the cocoa farmer to develop the farms? So that's another challenge we are having, and the cocoa farmers are having. And I will also say that the few states that produce or supply cocoa seedlings to farmers, there are very few of them in Nigeria, very few states. In my own state, they don't even do it in my own state in Abia. But I know, to think in Cross River, Ondo, at times they produce seedlings for farmers to take and plant in their farms. That's another challenge. The prospects for revenue generation and quality production of cocoa in Nigeria, I think we need to look into it drastically. For improved cocoa production quality, the government of the day at all levels should do more through the following. I think one should be by provision of improved variety of cocoa seedlings. If you get improved variety cocoa seedlings to farmers, the ones that can mature between 18 months, I think it will enable the farmers to get the kind of quality cocoa seedlings they need and improve production and also quality. Like I can remember when we went to Ghana for cocoa study some time ago. There was a farm we went at what they call one of the cocoa farms. We made cocoa producing at 18 months. If you see the cocoa seedling, the cocoa puff there, it is very much enticing. You will like it. So that would be one of the things we want the government to do. And that thing is the provision of credit facilities for farmers in Nigeria, cocoa farmers. See, the farmers in Nigeria don't have access to credit facilities. And these credit facilities will enable the farmer get adequate funding. Adequate funding. This adequate funding, at least if the government can also make this credit facility, if it's available, give it out to farmers at single digits loan interest. At least it will make them, they will not have much to spend and reduce the necessary conditionalities of this. Because when you have to say, farmer, bring your C of O, bring your collateral. How many farmers has the C of O? Where will they get the collateral? So they should make the facility easy, less cumbersome for farmers to access. And another thing is that the government should also think of how they can provide storage facility for farmers. Because when you don't have storage facility, you produce your cocoa in locality. When you produce your cocoa, you buy your cocoa, you keep it in the warehouse, no storage facility, you cannot preserve it.